The pen tool is going to be a little bit more specific in terms of what shapes you're doing. And if you, let's say, scan in an image that you've already sketched, you can use the pen tool to trace over that design and make it on the computer. So the regular pen tool, it works simply by clicking to make a point, and then with your next click, it's going to connect in a straight line. So when you're making straight edge shapes, you simply have to just click and connect and go back to the beginning point, so you see that circle, and it's going to close in your shape. If you want to make a shape that has a curve to it with the regular pen tool, then you're going to click to make your first point, and when you go to make your second point, you want to click and hold. And now you can move your mouse while you're holding the mouse button down, and it's going to add a curve to your shape. When you make your next point following the one where you've added a curve, it's going to kind of follow in a similar path or direction to continue that curve that you've already started. So click, hold down the mouse, drag it out, and go back to the beginning so you see the circle on the pen nib, and you close in your shape. The freeform pen tool works a little bit differently. What you need to do is hold down the pen the entire time, or the mouse the entire time. So when you click down on the mouse and you begin to draw, it's going to follow you and add points where necessary to make the shape that you're creating. You still need to go all the way back to the beginning to close that shape so you have it finalized as a complete shape. If you want to adjust or edit any of those points, you use the Convert Point tool and or the Path Selection and Direct Selection tool. So the Path Selection tool moves the entire shape around. The Direct Selection moves one point at a time. So if you click and drag, you can change and move that point out. If you hold down the Option key, similar to the Shape tool, you can move the handlebar for your curve one at a time. If you do not hold the Option key down, then it's going to move both of them out together with that point. The Convert Point tool, or the open arrow, is going to change the shape of your curve. So when you click on a point, it gives you both of those handlebars and it changes that shape. Now you can also use, under the pen tool, the Add Anchor Point and the Delete Anchor Point. So delete anchor point you would use if you want to remove one point that is in the middle of your shape, like this. And you can see it's gone and changed my curve a little bit, so I might come back in with the Convert Anchor Point tool and move something or adjust something, kind of round it out. And if you want to use the Add Anchor Point tool, grab the pen nib with the plus sign, and then you can go ahead and add an anchor point and move it as you need to change your design. Pretty simple. I'm in a different version of Photoshop right now. I'm in CS4, so mine looks a little bit different than yours, but it basically works the same way. And just be sure to keep labeling all of your layers so you know what's going on as you're working.